Your mind has convinced you that your only job here is to survive, succeed, and manage problems. What if there's only one thing you're actually meant to do, and it has nothing to do with your to-do list? We'll explore this together, and I'll guide you through a meditation to experience it directly. This lesson teaches that salvation, which simply means healing our perception and finding peace, is literally the only function we have while we're here. Everything else we think we need to do, fix, or achieve is secondary to this one purpose: learning to see through love instead of fear, which naturally transforms everything else. Sarah is in her third meeting of the day, watching colleagues argue about budget cuts while her phone buzzes with texts from her teenager having a crisis at school. Her mind is running a dozen scripts simultaneously. I should speak up about the marketing spend. I need to call the school. Did I forget to respond to that client? My presentation isn't ready. She feels like she's failing at everything because she's trying to be everything. Have you noticed how many different jobs you think you have? Employee, parent, friend, problem solver, peacemaker, decision maker, organizer, motivator. Your nervous system never gets a break because you're constantly switching between roles, each with its own impossible standards. You wake up already behind, and by noon you're drowning in the feeling that you're not doing any of it well enough. We've created this exhausting game where we believe our value comes from juggling more and more responsibilities. If someone asks how we are, we say, busy, like it's a badge of honor. But underneath that busyness is annoying anxiety. What if I drop one of these balls? What if people discover I'm not actually handling it all? Sarah's sitting in that meeting, and her body is telling the truth her mind won't admit. Her shoulders are up by her ears. Her jaw is clenched. Her breathing is shallow. She's physically trying to be in 3 places at once: the conference room, her daughter's school, her unfinished presentation. Her attention is so fractured that she's not actually present anywhere. This scattered attention isn't just inefficient, it's painful. When we try to be everything to everyone, we end up being nothing to anyone, including ourselves. We become performers in our own lives, switching masks so quickly we forget which one is real. The irony is that the more roles we try to play, the less effective we become at any of them. Imagine you're an actor who's been frantically trying to play every role in the theater: the lead, the supporting cast, the director, even the janitor, exhausting yourself and doing none of them well. You're changing costumes mid-scene, forgetting your lines, bumping into furniture. The audience is confused, you're panicked, and the whole production is chaos. Then someone hands you the script and shows you there's actually only one role written for you. Just one. And when you focus on playing it authentically, something remarkable happens. The entire production flows perfectly. Other actors naturally find their places. The story makes sense. The audience connects. Everything that seemed impossible when you were trying to do it all suddenly works when you do your one part well. Sarah takes a breath in that meeting and asks herself a different question. What if there's only one thing I'm actually meant to bring to this moment? Not 12 things. Not 5 things. One thing. Suddenly, the pressure releases. She doesn't have to be the problem solver and the peacemaker and the strategic thinker and the worried mother all at once. What is this one function? It's surprisingly simple. To bring a healed perspective to whatever is in front of us. That's it. Not to fix everything. Not to have all the answers. Not to make everyone happy. Just to see clearly, without the distortion of fear and judgment. Think about what happens when someone walks into a room with genuine peace. They don't have to say anything profound or solve any problems. Their presence alone shifts the energy. Tensions ease. Perspectives soften. Solutions that were hidden by conflict suddenly become visible. This isn't because they're special. It's because they're doing their one job, seeing through love instead of fear. This one function naturally organizes everything else. When Sarah stops trying to mentally solve her daughter's crisis while listening to budget arguments, she can actually hear what's being said in the meeting. When she's not judging herself for an unfinished presentation, she can respond to her colleagues with clarity instead of defensiveness. When she does call her daughter, she's fully present instead of distracted. The profound relief is that you don't have to become someone different. You don't have to develop new skills or work harder or be more organized. You just have to remember your actual job, to bring healing perception to whatever life presents. Everything else, every decision, every interaction, every challenge, flows from this one function. When you're not trying to be the hero, the fixer, the one who has it all together, you can simply be present with what is. And presence is powerful. It finds solutions where panic sees only problems. It discovers connection where fear sees only conflict. It brings peace where ego brings chaos. Sarah leaves that meeting without having solved the budget crisis. But something has shifted. Her colleagues noticed her different energy. One even asked her opinion specifically because she was the only one not arguing. When she calls her daughter, she listens without immediately jumping to fix mode. Her daughter, feeling heard, calms down on her own. The presentation that felt impossible an hour ago now feels manageable, not because anything external changed, but because she's not trying to be superhuman anymore. There's a deep rightness that comes when you stop trying to be everything to everyone. It's like finally taking off shoes that were 2 sizes too small. You didn't realize how much pain you were in until it stops. Your whole system relaxes. Your breathing deepens. Your vision clears. This isn't about doing less or caring less. It's about recognizing that when you try to do everything, you accomplish nothing. But when you focus on your one true function, bringing love where there was fear, peace where there was conflict, clarity where there was confusion, everything else naturally falls into place. The actor playing their one role well contributes more to the production than the frantic performer trying to do everyone's job. The parent who's truly present contributes more than the one juggling guilt and distraction. The colleague who brings peace to a tense meeting contributes more than the one with 17 solutions but no presence. Your value doesn't come from how many roles you can play or how many problems you can solve. It comes from remembering who you really are beneath all those masks, and bringing that truth to whatever moment you're in. That's your only function here. That's the one job that actually matters. And when you embrace it, you'll find that it's not only enough, it's everything. If you want to keep practicing with us, you can like the video and subscribe. Let's take a moment now to let this settle with a guided meditation. Let's find a comfortable position. Your body knows how to settle. Trust it. Allow your eyes to close when they're ready. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. Nothing else you need to do. Notice your breath finding its own rhythm. You don't have to control it or make it special. Just let it breathe you. Feel where your body meets the chair or cushion. Let yourself be held. You don't have to hold yourself up right now. Notice any tension in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your belly. You've been carrying so much. Let your body remember what it feels like to put it all down. There's a place in you that has never been frantic, never been overwhelmed. It's always been here, beneath all the roles you play. Rest there for a moment. This place doesn't need to fix anything, doesn't need to prove anything, doesn't need to be anything other than what it is. Feel how simple it is to just be here. No performance, no juggling, no pretending, like the actor who finally gets to play their one true role. Let yourself settle into the simplicity of this moment. Your only job right now is to be present. That's it. Notice how your whole system softens when you remember this. The same presence you're feeling now is available in any moment, in any meeting, in any conversation, in any challenge. You don't have to be everything. You just have to be here, bringing your simple presence to whatever life offers. Rest in this knowing for as long as you like. Your body will tell you when it's ready to move again. When you're ready, let your breath deepen. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Open your eyes gently. You can return to this simplicity anytime. It's always here, waiting beneath the noise. Thank you for spending this time in practice. A free digital ACIM resource is linked in the description if you'd like it. And if you wish, you're welcome to comment. I am grateful. Thank you for taking this time to remember what really matters. Life will keep offering you opportunities to practice seeing your one true function. Be gentle with yourself as old patterns resurface. They're just habits, and habits can change. Until next time, remember, you don't have to be everything to everyone. You just have to be present.